Okay, so in the previous video we have seen what is programming and how humans and computers communicate, like all these things. So in this video we will see in depth of what is programming languages. Okay, so let's start that. Okay, programming languages. Okay, so there are different types of programming languages, like as you have heard about, like C, C++, Java, Python, blah blah. There are many more. Okay, so just like any other languages like Hindi, English, Chinese, Arabic, like these are the languages. Same in terms of programming languages, we have different types of languages, like as you can see here. So every different types of language has some benefits and disadvantages. Okay, so let's start. Firstly, let's recap that what is programming language. So these are the languages which are used to communicate with a computer. Okay, so this is human and this is computer. Okay, so between these two, uh, there is a universal language which is programming language, which is used to communicate between these two. We cannot use our own languages to communicate. In the previous video, I have explained that in details, like how this language is converted into binary and all these stuffs. Okay, so for communication with computer, we have to learn these languages. Okay, and not only these, there are many more, but yeah, these are the more common one. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Okay, C. Okay, let's start with C. Okay, so before that there was one more language. Okay, assembly. So as you can see, we we have assembly language. Okay, C language, C plus plus. uh, why we haven't stopped here? Why why there is a need to develop one more language like C and again C plus plus, Java? Because the development of this language, like one developer, one engineer has developed this language. He found some flaws. Okay, so he needs to like improve that, or any other engineer needs to improve that. So he created another language. Okay, which will fix this language. Okay, fix. Okay, and in this way, like this, we are going like this, like this, like this. Okay, so there is many fixes. I'm not saying that they relate to it, but I mean, you can see this as a different products. Okay, not in the same product. Okay, so let me show you one more thing with the graph. Okay, so if we can see, there is a graph. Okay, this is the time. Okay, and this is the difficulty level. Okay, so every programming language has its own difficulty level. Okay, so difficulty level decreases when we move to newest programming language. So if we go like this, so difficulty level decreases. That means Python is easier than Java. Java is easier than, okay, like this, and Java is easier than C++. C++ is easier than C, and assembly and C language is easier than assembly language. Okay, So as we move forward in timeline, engineers develop the programming language which is more easier and convenient for like any people to learn and implement those things. Okay, it's like talking to computer in our own language. So we are, there is a goal to create a programming language which is like it's casual, like talking to any human like that. Okay, so if we see the graph here in the same way, the difficulty level decreases which with respect to time. Okay, so let's say there is a C. Okay, C plus plus. Okay, Java, Python. Okay, like this. I think Python is the most easiest language now in this time. But yeah, there are, every programming language has some disadvantages and advantages. Okay, so there are like, for building the application we don't use Python here. We can use, I think, but we use Java because this is most compatible with mobile phones. Okay, I mean Android. I'm saying about Android development here. Okay, okay. So this is the overview of like what is the programming languages and what is the difficulty level and why there are too many programming languages. Okay, so I think that's all for this video. Okay, so our focus will be in next video. We will have to we will use to learn Java. Okay, why Java? Because Java is most used programming languages. Okay, I mean Java is used in, let me tell you more characteristics of Java, then we will end the video. Okay, so for Java, so I will tell you some one is a small story. Okay, so when there was a language like C and C++, this is for development inside the, I mean Windows. Okay, Windows, I mean Windows application. So using this people develop in 90s. In 90s, people develop Windows application using these two. But for web application there were nothing much. Okay, so Java developed where Java is named after the coffee name, as you know, Java coffee. So there were many developers. Okay, talking how to develop a programming language which uh, which remove the disadvantages of this too. Okay, so fixing the disadvantages, they were thinking to develop a language. Okay, develop a language, and they were thinking about the name, how to, so they were so they were meeting. Okay, so they were meeting, everybody was thinking of the name, what will be the name of this programming language. So they were drinking Java coffee. So one person says, why we can't name that Java? So after that, as we know, uh, the programming language is Java, which is named after Java coffee. Okay, so that's how the name was invented. Okay, so the characteristic of this is where they are used. The before learning any languages or anything, you will first need to see, not see it, first need to analyze where what are the applications of that thing. So let's say we will be focusing in this video, like in all my videos, on Java, and later on we will move to another one. So first Java. Okay, so in Java you will cover like, firstly we'll see like where it is used. It is used in Android apps development. Okay, So this is used in Android development. Okay, this is also used at web development. And this is also used in servers front end. No, I think, yeah, this will be covered in this one. Okay, so Java is used in both, and there are many more. Okay, uh, I think if we go here, okay, there are many things in Android, like Android Watch. Okay, AR VR app. AR VR, virtual reality. So that is based on Android. Okay, based on Android. IoT devices, they are mostly Android based. Um Television, we can also develop. There are many TVs which are Android based. We can also build the Android application and deploy to the app. And Android based robots. Okay, like there are many robots which supports Android, like Pepper, Tammy, uh, Orion Star, and there are many robots which supports Android. So you can see here in the flow, you can see that Java, we used Java in Android development, and in Android there is a ecosystem. Okay, let me move it here. Okay, okay, sorry for that. Okay, like this. Android ecosystem. We forget one more thing, the main one, Android phones. Okay, so as you can see here, when you learn Java, okay, let me go there. Okay, when you learn Java, indirectly you can program these things. You can work on any of these things if you have good foundation of Java. So see, once you learn Java, okay, you will start learning Android app development. So, and in Android app development, the language is used in Java. Okay, so plus in this Java plus, there are many other tools you have to learn, and many and SDKs also, software development kits. We will discuss that what are SDKs and every other thing. So base will be Java, and it will be used in Android and development. As you can see here, there are many other things you can do when you learn Android development plus Java. So first step is learning Java. Second step is learning Android development, and in Android development, you can see you can create any application in Android. Sorry, phones, Android phones, Android watch, AR VR based applications, IoT devices are there are many IoT devices, like uh, I mean there is one more, this device is that called, I don't remember the name. There is one payment device, NFC payment, as you can see in any mall and like that. So you can also develop application for that also, if you learn Android. Okay, and you can also develop application for television, Android robots, and many others. See how cool it is. Once you learn Java and Android, you can work on any of these. See how interesting this is. So that's why I'm starting in my next video we will focus on Java, like how to write a simple code. And once Java is like, it's very big, so we will learn only that much which is required. And then I will start new series for Android app development, in which I will teach app development in Android phones, which we can also use, which we can also utilize that knowledge in creating any of the application in those things. Okay, so I think, yeah, so that's all for this video. In the next video we will start simple programming in Java, like how to run a program, what are the tools like SDK, sorry, JDK, JRE, and all those things. Okay, so that's all for this video. Thank you.